Hey guys, what's up? I did a race on Sunday, and prior to that on Saturday, just went over the bike, did like a general bike cleanup, bike tune-up, kind of focused on the drivetrain, and I figured what I would do is go over that because today's Friday, it's Free Speed Friday, and nothing says free speed like cleaning up your drivetrain, so let's roll it. This particular race was along the Columbia River, but what I wanted to do was talk about the day before, where I kind of just cleaned up the bike a little bit. Basically, I knew that I needed a new chain because I did a video previously where I measured kind of chain slack, and I'll leave a link to that up in the top right corner. But this chain has what's called a master link, so it's really easy just to kind of pop on and also off. And what that does is it opens up the chain, and then you can just take it right off the bike. So after the bike chain was off the bike, I just figured I would give the bike a wash, just kind of top to bottom, just giving it like kind of a once over and really focusing kind of on the drivetrain. So, you know, that front chain ring and then also the rear jockey wheels, just because if I'm putting a new chain on here, I wanted to make sure that I'm not gonna add a whole bunch of dirt right back to the brand new chain. And then sometimes I'll take apart the rear cassette also, but in this case I just gave it a scrub, and I'm using kind of like an old dish brush, and it works really well for kind of getting some of that stuff off of the drivetrain. And then I mentioned this Scott work towels, those kind of shop towels, in a previous video as well. The other nice thing you can do is just cut up some old t-shirts as far as kind of using for towels for your bike or using to dry your bike as well. And that works really well. For the new bike chain, I think this is an Ultegra 11 speed. One of the tricks that I do is I just lay the old chain next to the new chain so I know exactly how long I need to make the chain, and then just a chain breaker to set the size correctly. I'm reusing that master chain link and just dropping it on the bike here. And then lastly, we just pump up the tires, because what I would suggest is that you guys drop some lube on the chain after you give it a wipe off, and then take the bike for just like a quick spin. So that might just be like up and down, you know, your neighborhood or whatever you need. But I definitely recommend just giving the bike at least once over, just to make sure that you don't have a pinch flat, or, you know, just make sure that everything's working like as you'd expect. For this particular race, I picked up my packet the morning of the race and then just cut my stickers, or bike stickers, and put them on the bike, and added my chip timing to my ankle, and I pumped up the tires one last time, just making sure the tire pressure was kind of up over 100 PSI. Unfortunately, this particular race, I was gonna do the aqua bike, just swim in a bike, but the water was not swimmable. Basically, they had some algae bloom problems. So I did a rough 5K and then got right on the bike and pushed the bike a little bit more. The 5K was a little bit weak, but I was able to get through the field of aqua bikers at least, and make my way up through the field as much as possible. Saw some friends out on the road, and just kind of, I'd say, like at least pushed the last like quarter of the bike a good bit. It's a little bit weird because when you finish the bike, you kind of roll into the finish line and you're kind of finished with the race, but they want you to kind of like cut the course and go through the actual run finish line. So that was a little bit awkward, but all in all, I guess, you know, I can't complain. The weather was great, and this particular road, you know, is right along the Columbia Marine Drive, and it's pretty fast. It's pretty fun. So The finish, as far as that goes, typically aqua bikes are significantly less competitive than the triathlon because that's kind of the main event of the race. So it was a little bit easier for me to win this particular category. But it was a fun day, and thanks for checking out the video. Talk to you guys next time.
Seconds, Matt LeGrand. Matt, congratulations.
Nice.
Yeah,
Matt.
Matt just decided to run once today. Was that it? That's it. Hey, get it done with.